Hello, everybody. Happy, beautiful, sunny, amazing Saturday. I am Charity Ellison, Triple Diamond with It Works Global, and this is Millionaire School. So every Saturday, we present these to you guys to help you build your businesses with just different tips and tricks and things that we've learned along our 2-year journey. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today's topic is going to be something that's been like a super buzz. I've gotten a million emails about this, and that is our new daily activity tracker that we created to help us to stay on track and stay on time. As distributors, a lot of times we get sidetracked because there's so many different attributes and things about this business for you to do and learn and all that kind of stuff. And I think that a lot of times that becomes overwhelming. And so we created this daily activity tracker to really help you and help us, actually originally is why we created it, just to stay on task. Otherwise, you know, we get lost scrolling on Facebook and doing things that aren't income generating activities. So we've got that today. And then the other thing that we're gonna do is we're going to talk a little bit about the leads to loyals sheet that we created. And it's a sheet that we created and a system we created in keeping our leads a little bit more organized, because you know, you go out and you go blitzing and you get people's contact info and all that kind of stuff, and then they end up on, you know, little post-it notes or sticky pieces of paper everywhere, and it doesn't actually ever end up, the person never gets connected with because it's hard to keep track of them. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first one that we are going to talk about today is our leads to LCs sheet. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up real quick here. Give me just a second. All righty. Okay. Hopefully everyone can see that. So this is a two-sided sheet that we created to keep track of our customers, our potential customers, and our potential distributors. So there is a rule within It Works, just like with any company, and that is that for people to purchase it, they usually need to be connected with anywhere between 5 to 21 times. Now that's crazy when you think about it. But it's true. And I'm sure before you signed up with It Works, you know, maybe you were the elite 2% that signed up the first time someone asked you, but my guess is that you were probably exposed to it through a friend or Facebook or something, at least anywhere between 5 to 21 times. So for this, what we did is we created a system for you to be able to keep track of that person. So you would, you know, write their name down here, and they're in the name section. And then the date, this is the date that you originally connected with them. Now, I do a lot of Instagram. So what I do is I write their Instagram name here, or if their name is something kind of unusual on Facebook, like a nickname or a maiden name. And then for alternate name, I write down once I find out what their real name is. Let's say we all know when we are looking on Instagram, someone's name could be like Mama3654 Ninja Star or something. Well, obviously that's probably not their real name. So once I find out their real name, I'm going to put that in right here. Then I've got over here to the side, I have it listed whether I met them on Facebook, Instagram, on a blitz, or if they were a referral. Like, you know, your cousin says, oh, you know, I've got a friend of mine that might be interested in this. Here's her name and number. So that would be a referral. Then obviously you got phone and email. That's pretty straightforward. Then preferred form of communication. You know, a lot of people don't like to do phone calls. Some people don't like to text. Some people like to connect by email. So I kind of like to write down or circle a few ways that they like to be connected with, whether it's T for text, C for call, FB Facebook, IG Instagram, E would be email, and then Snapchat. Snapchat's just an alternate form of communication. I don't use it a whole lot, but I put that on there because I know a lot of people do like their Snapchat. Then down here, one of the most important parts of this entire thing is the reconnect. So here we've got, let's check them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 boxes. How convenient. So a lot of times we think that when we've connected with people, we've connected with them so many times. And then you look back through your messages and it's really only 5 or 6 times. If you only connected with them 5 or 6 times, then you've laid the groundwork for someone else to come along and swoop them up as a customer or a distributor. So when you connect with them, the next time after that original connection, then what you would do is you check the box and write the date. Now, let's say that you're talking to someone off of Facebook and they say, well, I don't get paid until next Friday. Then what you would do is you would write down next Friday's date here. And then when you connect with them, you got a check mark. And then hopefully you're putting them in your calendar as well. So those are for reconnects. You know, it's funny, before we started doing this, I really honestly, even 2 years in, thought I had connected with people like, oh my gosh, I've talked to that girl like 100 times. And then I looked back through and it was like 6 times. So I triple dog dare you to connect with someone and fill all of these in and not have something come out of that. It may be a hard no eventually, they might not be interested, but at least you know that you did fortunes in the follow-up, because that's the most important thing in our business besides consistency. So then notes down here would be, you know, met Sarah on Instagram. She's interested. She liked my picture about wrapping. She is interested in talking a little bit more about it, so on and so forth. Just any notes you have about them. And then down here at the bottom, just raise this up here for myself. We've got a couple different things. So did you put them on a Facebook list? That's what this is right here. If you don't know what a Facebook list is, in our YouTube, you can find a video called Facebook List or FB List, and it's how to utilize the Facebook option to make lists by putting your potentials all in one place. So did I put them in there? Did I subscribe them? Justin and I are going to be working on an email and text subscription thing. You know, if you are a newer distributor, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about these things at the bottom. Those really are for us. We're creating an emailing list just for loyals and stuff, because after 2 years of being in this business, we have so many people to connect with. It's just easier to connect with people all at once. So that's what those are. So you can probably ignore those. But most importantly, down here, we've got hard no. So if you get someone that says, you know, thank you so much for connecting with me, and I really am enjoying watching your business grow, but it's just not something I'm interested in right now, I'm going to go ahead and check that hard no, and I'm going to put them in the back of my binder, and I'm going to reconnect with them in 5 to 6 months, because in 5 to 6 months, they could have gotten pregnant, had skin issues, started feeling run down, a million different things could have happened. And so, you know, you want to be able to reconnect with them. So that is the front page here. Now, the second page we've got, and this is funny, it's going to be upside down. All right, guys, this is going to be upside down, and you're just going to have to roll with me because I don't know how to make it not upside down. So, and I'm going to be showing this on camera too in a second. But anyways, down here, you've got all the different options for once they become a loyal customer. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip off of, that's so funny, Justin's going to laugh. I totally didn't even realize that that would be upside down like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys in person versus showing you upside down on the screen, because I think that's going to be hard to follow. So here is the sheet. So what we did, and the reason it's upside down, is here's that front page. So that is the front page with all of the different things that you could possibly, you know, need on it, all that stuff that we just went over. So what we did is on the back here, so we would just, let's say that you had a lead that was going to turn into a loyal customer or a distributor. The second that's going to happen, we just flip this over, and that way you can put it back in the binder and you've got the, you know, the holes on the same side. Now I'll show you here what we've got. So we've got name. Hey, Just, you're going to crack up. It's upside, the page number 2 is upside down. Oh, so yeah. Yes, I'm just showing it on camera. Anyways, guys, so we've got our name, start date, email, phone. So pretty straightforward. Name on the card as it appears, date of birth, billing, shipping, card, etc. So pretty straightforward when it comes to just the information that you're going to need. Now, you could absolutely use a loyal customer form out of your eSuite if you want. I'm just doing it this way because it's a little easier for me to see and keep track of. So this is like more for my own personal use. So then we've got their password. Once you get them in the system, then we've got ID number. So obviously what their ID number is it pops up either once you see it in your eSuite because they've enrolled themselves, or you see it in the eSuite. Then we've got the initial order.
Fix it for you. Man.
Then we
no technical support.
Then we've got the initial order, which don't worry about it, baby. It's fine. I'm going to be done with this portion in a second. Then you've got the initial.
There you go. I'll fix.
Okay, he's fixed it for us.
Oh, better. Look at that. Got you.
You laugh at my awesome technological.
Now it is upside down for a reason, everyone. So when you print it and you do your 3-hole punch in it, so you can keep it in a binder and keep yourself organized. When it's upside down, when you flip the page when you're done, there's a reason for that. It keeps it so it all stays organized in your binder. So that's why it's like that on the printed version. We got it flipped for you so you can see it today, though.
Okay, so back to here. So obviously this is the stuff that we just went over. That's much easier than holding that up. Okay, then we've got a couple things in here that I thought of that I keep, like, I'll run into this all the time with loyal customers where I can't remember their share wraps link. I can't remember if I gave them the link. Did I give them a welcome email, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go over the things that I do when I enroll a loyal customer. So obviously we're all the way up to ID number here, and then their initial order, whatever it was that they originally got. Then what I have down here is their share wraps URL. So when you enroll a loyal customer, you know, they've got 30 days to use that loyal customer referral program, which is amazing and awesome, to increase your BV and get them free wraps or product credit. So I will write that down here, what it is. Then what I do is I create a collage for it, because as we know, Facebook will not allow us to put a link up with anything with My It Works. So I create like a collage for them with their name and it'll say like, hey, help Sarah earn free wraps, order here. And I use an app called Moldiv, M-O-L-D-I-V. But you can use any sort of like collage app that you want. It doesn't matter. That's just the one that I use. So I check it once I collage it. Once I have collaged it, then I want to make sure that I share that on Facebook. Now, I always ask my loyal customer first, hey, is it okay if I share your link on Facebook on your page, so that if anyone's interested in getting any products and becoming a customer, you can earn some free stuff. And I've never had anyone say, no, I don't want you to do that. But always ask, because you never know if someone does want to keep their orders private. Then we've got Instagram. If you are an Instagrammer, I will put it up on my Instagram, and then I tag their Instagram name in it so that it pops up in there as well. And then and especially for those people that don't have Facebook, a lot of people on Instagram don't have Facebook, so that works out good. Then did they tweet it or Pinterest it, or did I? Because as we know, if we click the little share thing at the end with the little bird, once the order is all up and you get their ID number, it gives them a $10 credit to use towards perk points. That's $10 off, you know, an additional order at some point for them. So I like to make sure that I do that or teach them how to do that. And then I also send it to them in a text. So I'll send them the picture message, you know, with the link in it, or just straight up send them the link through text as well, because you don't have to worry about that being blocked. And then I send a welcome email to all of my loyal customers. And I just created a really basic template. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, guys, and it shouldn't be anything long. If you are writing out huge, long things to them, it's going to be too much information. For example, I just enrolled a loyal customer this morning with wraps. I sent her a little email saying, I'm so excited that, you know, thank you so much for your purchase. Here is a how to wrap video. And if you need a how to wrap video, we have one of those on our YouTube called How to Wrap. And there's a face wrap one as well. And then I just said, you know, remember to take your before and after pictures, only use one wrap at a time. And then I sent her, you know, just some simple wrap instructions. I can't wait to hear back from you. Can't wait to, you know, see your results and hear how it goes from you. So something really super simple. It took me about 30 seconds to construct it. And if you save it into your notes on your phone or save it somewhere in your computer, you won't have to keep recreating that over and over, and you can just kind of copy and paste and plug in whatever product it was that they got if it wasn't wraps. Next, this is something additionally I do for my customers. You do not need to do this. This is not a requirement. The welcome email isn't a requirement either, but I really truly believe in customer service. After working as a hairstylist for 15 years, I know how important customer service is. That's our paychecks. Our customers are our paychecks. So I like to take care of my customers as much as I can. So I send out a little welcome packet. What a welcome packet is for me is literally a thank you card. So I went to Amazon and I got 100 thank you cards for $9 with free shipping. I pop a 45-cent stamp on there and I send them just a little thank you card, because nothing's better than getting a little personal message in the mail. We all are used to emails and we're used to Facebook messages, but we don't usually get letters from our friends. So I send them that. And then most importantly, I make sure I add them to my contacts. I am really, really bad about not putting people's names in my phone, and like a mysterious number will pop up and I'll be like, hello. And they're like, hey, it's so-and-so, I'm your customer. And you're like, oh, right, I didn't put you in my phone. So I like to make sure that I, you know, get them in my contacts in my phone and make sure I spell their name right, and so on and so forth. Then you've got any notes down here. Let's say that they want to get defining gel next month, or they've got 2 kids, or they're going to be having a baby in a few months, or their husband might like the greens, or whatever it is. You would just simply write that here in the notes section just to kind of keep yourself on track. Now you should have notes on the back about them as well, from when they were a lead. Now we're moving down here into the different 2 weeks, 6 weeks area here. So when I obtain a loyal customer or distributor, and note, this is the same information you'll need for having a distributor. The only thing that's not on here is the social security number. And I don't have that on here because I don't want people's social security numbers just floating around my house. That's just a comfort thing for me, and you don't need it as a loyal customer. So just remember, if you do have a distributor that you're enrolling yourself, you will need that social security number or EIN number if they're running it through a business. So 2 weeks. Why do I have 2 weeks? So I've enrolled a customer, I've sent them a welcome email, and by the 2 week mark, they should have gotten, let's say, their wraps. They've probably tried one. Maybe they did before and after pictures. Maybe they didn't, because we all know no matter how many times we tell people to do before and after pictures, a lot of times they're like, oh, I didn't want to do them, or I erased them, or whatever. So I want to catch them before they power through that entire box without taking pictures. Or I want to celebrate their successes. You know, maybe they're really excited and they are like, hey, these work great. I want to be a distributor. So I connect with them at 2 weeks. At 2 weeks, I'll say, you know, hey, Sarah, how's your wraps going? How are the pictures collaging? What can I do to help you have a better It Works journey? Is there any information or anything that you need? And she'll say, no, you know, I'm doing really, really great. I say, awesome. Well, your first auto shipment's going to be coming up in about 2 weeks. So I just wanted to see if you wanted to go ahead and get wraps again, or if you wanted to get that defining gel we talked about, which was here in the notes section, because I've been taking notes. And she says, well, you know what? Actually, I would like to get that defining gel. So I walk her through changing her auto ship, or I change it for her, or whatever the situation may be. And at that point, I'm going to go ahead and check that I have, you know, I've talked to her and we're in the 2 week mark. Now at the 6 week mark, I'm going to connect with her. And why is that? Well, at the 6 week mark, she has used that, you know, her first box that she got. She's now gotten her auto ship from that 2 week mark. So she now has her defining gel, and it's about 2 weeks into using her defining gel. So I'm going to say, hey, Sarah, how's it going? How's the defining gel working out for you? You know, what successes are you having? Are you noticing a change? And she says, yeah, actually, I'm really liking the defining gel. And I say, well, do you want to go ahead and get defining gel again? Or would you like to get wraps, or what would you like to get? She said, well, you know what? I think I want to try wraps again. I say, great. So we set her up for her auto ship for wraps. Then at the 10-week mark, I reconnect with her. And at 10 weeks, she is now 2 weeks into that second box of wraps. And I say, hey, Sarah, how's that second box of wraps treating you? How are you doing with that? How are you liking it? You know what? I'm really, really liking it. At this point, she has fulfilled her 3-month commitment. Now, I want to keep a customer for longer than just 3 months, right? My goal is to enroll them and have them be a customer for life. And so as you're going through this, you will find that you're going to talk about, there's the first auto ship, the second, they're going to get their third auto ship. You're going to connect with them. And rather than them stopping at that point, you're going to say, hey, you've gotten your 2 boxes of wraps and defining gel, and I've got really exciting news. Your next auto shipment qualifies you for free shipping. So now you're saving a little bit of extra money. You're collecting extra perk points. What would you like to get? And she says, well, you know what? I was going to stop ordering, but if I get free shipping, I would love to do that. So at that point right here, she is going to start getting her free shipping. She's got her free shipping. I'm going to connect with her again at the 18-week mark, and she's now had 4 orders. So I say to her, hey, if we order this month here, then what's going to happen is you are going to be 1 month away from getting $50 in free product. And she's going to say, what? Are you serious? I'm going to say, yeah, let's go ahead and get you, greens or the new you or whatever we talked about. I'm just going to say, heck yeah, let's do that. So we get her connected up for that. At the 6th-month mark, I'm going to reconnect with her. And then at that point, they've kind of created a pattern. They know how to log into their account. I'm going to stay in contact with them, but I'm not going to be quite as diligent about messaging them, every 4 weeks, because they probably don't need me at that point. A lot of times at this point for me at the 6-month mark, a huge majority of my customers turn into distributors because they see that I've been connecting with them. They know that there's going to be team support. They've tried a few products. They are excited about free shipping options for their customers. And so that's what I keep track of. And then of course the 1-year mark, if they stay with you for a year, they get $150 in free product. And yes, I have many customers that have gotten that because I am, I'm really diligent about connecting with my customers. Then last but not least, we've got placement. So this is where you put that loyal customer. So if you put that loyal customer under a different distributor to grow your business and to help them out, then you want to be able to know where they're placed right away so that you can, access that information in your eSuite and the tree viewer. So that is the lead to LC sheet. To download any of these documents, you need to subscribe to our email list, and that is www.tonetightfirm.com/training. So that's www.tone, T-O-N-E, tight, T-I-G-H-T, firm, FIRM.com/training, and then that will be able to hook you up with this sheet. I'm going to show you guys how I keep track of that in my binder. So I keep my loyal customers and my leads in one binder until it gets too big, and I'm going to have to move it to a different binder. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. So here is this is my Bible. This is I can't ever lose this. So what I have here is in the front inside here, I've got, my blank sheets for when I want to fill them out, which is going to be this side here. And then what I have done is I have created an alphabetical list for my leads. So for me, a lead isn't a lead unless I get a little bit of feedback. If it's someone that just maybe liked a post once on my Instagram, or it's not someone that I'm actually having a direct message conversation with on Instagram or Facebook or in person or whatever, then obviously they're going to go just on a regular hundreds list. So you can get these right out of your eSuite, and I still use them. I love my hundreds list, but there's not a lot of space on there to write information about them. So once I actually create a dialogue, even if it's just them messaging me back saying, yeah, I'm kind of interested in wraps, boom, that's immediately a lead. So what I have done here is I have gotten just from the office supply store tabs that are alphabetically listed, obviously, and it cost me like $3 or something. I think they were on clearance. And then what I do is as I get a lead, back up a little bit here. I just pop them in here alphabetically. Then what I do is if I've got what I call a hot lead, so that's somebody that really is interested in enrolling, then what I do is I put one of the little tabs on them. And you can get these. In fact, I just picked a bunch of these up on clearance at the office supply store. And I use these for hot leads. I also actually use these for charting, fun fact. So tiny bit off topic, but I'll show you because it's actually sitting right here. So when I'm charting somebody, I will write their names on tabs. Get that in focus here, see if it'll let me focus that. There we go. So I will write names on tabs so that I can move them around. And I teach my distributors to do that too. And these things are super crazy cheap. You could probably even just make your own, I'm sure, probably, if you didn't want to get them. But like I said, they're on clearance right now at Office Depot. Office Depot's now going to get bought out of those. But anyway, so I put tabs on when it's a hot lead. When it's someone that's like, hey, I really want to reconnect next week, and I put them in my calendar, I put a tab on it. Or if it's someone that's like, hey, message me back in a couple days, I'll put a tab on it. And then as I connect with them, I'll show you here. Let me get to somebody that I have connected with more than once. So as I'm connecting with them, you can see that I'm starting to check off the tab marks. And then I'm starting to put notes on them. Now, once they become a loyal customer, then we go into step number 2 of the binder. And that's in the back here of my binder. And I have a list of 1 through 25. So when they enroll as a customer, I'm going to put them in here and put them in my auto ship section here. And I'm going to go ahead and cover up this name. But as you can see, then I put them in here. These are my old loyal customer sheets. Obviously, I've been using my new ones now. And I put them in the date for their auto ship. So like this gal's auto ship is on the 1st. Well, I want to make sure that I'm connecting with her before the 1st, obviously. So I put her on the 1st, and that way on like the 24th or 25th, I can make sure I've connected with her. I always try to connect with my loyal customers at least 7 days before their auto ship runs. And I will show you how you can keep track of that on part 2 of this video, which is going to be our daily activity tracker. So I hope that makes sense. Again, it's just alphabetical in the beginning for leads. The back section is numbered 1 through 25. We all know auto ships don't run after the 25th. And then when I get a loyal customer that stops ordering, let's say, you know, they've reached their year mark and they don't want to order anymore, then they would simply just go in the back of my book here, because that's not a lost and gone forever. That's somebody, you know, like right now we've got the energy sale coming up that I'm going to message, hey, we've got, I know you were interested in some of those energy drinks. We've got them on sale right now. Is that something you're interested in? So, you know, always connect with those people, even if they're not ordering all the time. A lot of times loyal customers won't even realize that they can order past 3 months. And I see that a lot on our downline. So binder, I hope that helps you out, you guys. And I'm going to show you now how you can lead with intention and stay a little bit organized. And that is going through our daily activity tracker. So let me get this up here. Perfect. Okay. So as distributors, we all know that it's really, really super easy to get lost in your day. You'll feel like you're working really hard in your business. Maybe you're posting on Facebook all the time, or you're getting lost on Facebook, or you're not doing income generating or self-development activities. Maybe you're doing stuff that doesn't really build your business. Or let's say that you've got an hour to dedicate to your business in a day, and you sit down and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, there's so much to do. What do I do? And you spend half of the time that you actually have to build your business trying to figure out how to build your business. So this is something that we created for you guys and for us to stay on task a little bit. So first things first, the date. So you want to write down the date. I print out 30 of these at a time so that I've got my whole month ready for me to schedule stuff out. And I put down my monthly goal rank. So we're triple diamonds right now. We are shooting for presidential. So I'm going to make sure that I write presidential in there because that is the goal that I am going for. I want to be a presidential diamond. So I'm going to write that in there because you know what? When you state out to the universe that you are something, you become that. So that's what I write down on all my pages every single day. And then we've got down here starting with one of the most important things, which is social media. So posting on Facebook, we've got 3 life posts and 3 business posts. We do the 3-3 rule, which means we want to see people watch our adventure. We don't want to become salesmen. So a life post would be something like, oh man, it's a beautiful day out today. I'm so excited to get to work. Always being positive on Facebook, because negativity breeds negativity and nobody wants to see a negative Nancy. So these are all positive, happy posts. If you're having a bad day, call a friend or call your upline or sideline. Don't post your garbage on Facebook. That's just our motto in our team, and I hope that you guys have that same thing. So life post. Life post could also be, hey, run into the grocery store, can't wait for our barbecue tonight. A picture of your kid, a picture of a cat, a picture of your kitchen, anything that's just you and your life. And so when you do that, you simply write down a check mark. And then maybe an hour later, you're taking your greens. So you take a picture of yourself, a little selfie in the kitchen, drinking your greens, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm drinking 12 salads right now, or something silly and funny like that. You do not post, join my business for $99, it'll change your life. Please don't post, buy wraps for $59, message me today, it'll change your life. Those are things that are not going to attract anybody, because you're going to sound like a salesman. Now, if you've already done that, it's okay. You can come back from that. Trust me, I was a total hot mess salesman in the beginning. Now what I try to do with my posts is just incorporate a little bit of It Works in there. It could be, went to the gas station, filled up my gas tank with wrap cash with a picture of the gas pump, and then throwing some emojis, maybe a funny hashtag or something in there. You guys are welcome to follow me on Facebook and see how I post. That we've got a couple other, Clara Danielson is a really, really good poster on our team. Brianna Swindle is really good at posting. Deanna Scalf is awesome. Kelly Kaufman, Lisa K. Fuller. There's a lot of different leaders that you guys can look out to and up to see how they're posting, and just follow them. It's okay to be a copycat as long as you're copying the right cat. Rhonda Hartman would be another one I use for posts, and Amber Parker. So there's a little name drop for all you guys. Check those girls out. They're amazing. Then we've got, so once you did that, you'd be checking them throughout your day. Then we've got posts on Instagram. Now, do you need to be on Instagram? Absolutely not. I am 2 years into my business, so I have blown through my warm market. I have signed up probably 80% of my Facebook at this point. Obviously, I'm adding new people on every single day, but a lot of my just straight up warm market has been tapped out. And so we use Instagram. And so same thing on Instagram, the 3-3 rule. You can post the 4 F's: fashion, faces, food, or family, and kind of mix it up throughout the day, and just make it basically the same kind of stuff you're posting on Facebook, only sounding a little bit more like Instagram. So same thing, 3 life posts. Oh my gosh, look at this dress, it's so cute. Which one of these dresses do you like, A or B? A business post on Instagram would be, holy cow, I just made $100 for enrolling a new teammate. It can be something, anything that doesn't sound silly. If you guys are worried about it sounding silly, what I encourage my distributors to do is to read what they've said out loud. So if I'm about to put a post up on Facebook or Instagram, I will look at it and say, I'll read it out loud. And if it sounds at all like I'm trying to sell something to someone, I erase the entire thing and rewrite it. And yeah, even at Triple Diamond, sometimes I'll write something up and I'm like, wow, that sounds really silly. I'm not going to post that. So always read your stuff before you post it. If you're not sure what to post, connect with your upline. They've been doing this for a little bit longer than you, and they can help you with different posts and doing that as well. So then we've got moving over to add a new Facebook friend. So my goal is to add some new Facebook friends every single day. Now, this doesn't have to be in order, guys. This is just things you should be doing within the day. You're obviously not going to hammer out 6 posts all at once. So as you're doing it, though, throughout the day, carry your daily activity tracker with you and check those off. So adding a new Facebook friend, I get this a lot. How do I find friends on Facebook? Well, you can find friends of friends. You can join groups and make friendships and connections that way. You can look for hashtags for things that people would be interested in, that you're interested in. There's a million ways to add new Facebook friends. You just got to be a little bit creative. Now, adding another rap person doesn't count. That's not adding a new Facebook friend. That's just going to clog your news feed. So make sure you unfollow anyone that's a rap person that's not on your downline, or someone that you really truly want to see what they're posting, because you don't need to sign them up to be a rap star, because they already are. So adding new Facebook friends, it can be anything, guys. Look up people from the other countries we distribute in. Let's say that you love knitting. Look for knitting groups on Facebook. Make friends with those people, and then add them. And then when I add a new person, I like to comment on something that they've done. Or maybe share one of their posts. So it'll say, Charity Ellison shared your such and such post, and then it'll say Charity Ellison sent you a friend's request, so that you don't just look like a spammer on Facebook. Then we've got follow the max number of people on Instagram, unfollow the max number of people on Instagram. We use an app called Crowdfire. CROWDFIRE. I did an Instagram training with Stacy Smith, who is an Instagram queen, which you can find on our YouTube as well. And it talks a little bit more about what that is, but Crowdfire will just allow you to follow and unfollow people a lot quicker. So fun little fact there. So as you're doing those, you're checking them off. Then blitz 5 new people. Call, text, message, or in person. So a blitz is usually, we usually think of blitzing as handing them a blitz card, but a blitz can also be you guys just connecting with a new person, a new friend off of Facebook, someone that a friend of a friend, your mom's coworkers, sending Facebook instant messages, Instagram instant messages. Basically, it's talking to 5 new people that you've never talked to about this business before. Now, 5 people is not a lot, guys. It looks like it is, but it's really not. It can be such a simple message as, hey girl, I saw you liked my post on Instagram. Is this something you're interested in? And you can direct message people on Instagram. If you guys don't know how to do that, you can watch our Instagram video to find out how to do that. So really blitzing just 5 new people. You should be able to do that throughout your day. If you're not, then that's an excuse, guys, because 5 people is not a lot. Then we've got follow up with 10. Now, this doesn't need to be, 4 or 5 hour conversations. This doesn't need to be you talking to them for 2 hours about relief. This is simply, hey girl, I haven't heard back from you. It's been about a week. You wanted me to reconnect with you. Were you still interested in getting that defining gel? Hey man, I know that you were really liking that pro fit I was talking about on Facebook. Is that something that you still want to get? Hey girl, I haven't heard back from you. I've messaged you a couple times. Are you upset with me? I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. That usually gets a response if they're ignoring you. So it's a simple, quick follow-up. If you sit down and intentionally message and connect with 5 people and then follow up with 10, that shouldn't take you any longer than anywhere from a half hour to an hour. As those follow-up messages are coming in, don't feel compelled to message them back immediately. Get all of your messages out, and then as your day goes on, you can reply to them throughout the day. I hear this a lot from distributors. Well, I work a full-time job and I have a kid. I'm like, hey guys, I worked a full job and had a teenager as well. And I helped take care of my mom. So, we were really super busy when we first started this. Like, I'm a busy lady. And I got up 15 minutes early. I worked 15 minutes extra at lunch. I worked 15 minutes later after work, and that's what helped me to blitz new people and follow up with 10. Then we've got connect with a DT in their first 30 days. So when you sign a new distributor, you should be trying to connect with them almost daily. Now, that's not you harping them saying, hey, I need you to build your business. Why aren't you getting any customers? It can be something so simple as, hey, Sarah, I was thinking about you this morning, and I just wanted to wish you a rap-tastic day and encourage you to talk to 2 new people today. If maybe you've signed 6 distributors in the month, that would mean that you can kind of rotate them around. Now, if you don't have any distributors in your downline yet, that's okay, you will. But once you have someone, pop their name in here, and then when you connect with them, a little check mark. Maybe you could even make a little note as to what you guys talked about if you want. And then we've got connect with your loyal customers. Now, if you're first getting started, obviously you're not going to have, 30 customers in the first 2 days you've been doing this business. Maybe you have, and that's amazing. But it can be really daunting to sit down and have to message all of the loyal customers you have whose auto ships are running next week. So what I try to do is I try to break it up every single day. So I'll look in and I'll be like, okay, whose auto ship is running in the next week or 2 weeks? And I'll connect with them. Whose auto ship's running next week? Or who have I not been able to get back a hold of? And you can talk about anything. It doesn't have to just be talking about, the auto ship. It can be talking about, a product promotion that's going on, asking them how their It Works journey is going, or building rapport and just simply asking them how they're doing. So you write their name down and a little check mark. Meet with the potential in person. And the reason there are so many check marks here is I don't expect you to have coffee dates with every single person. But what I do expect is for you to try to meet with at least one person, even if it's for a 5-minute chat in the hallway during lunch, or around the water cooler, or a mom at a park. Try to connect with someone in person. There's something to be said to looking someone in the eyes and purchasing that way, via purchasing just through text messaging. Now, if you did a party, the good news is you would literally be able to check all of those, because let's say you did a party and there was 6 people there, well, you'd be able to click all 6. But we're going to say this day that you connected with 2. And we will say that your loyal customer here's name is John. Nope, if it's going to let me type, it might not let me type there. Oh, that's okay. All right, so moving down here, host a party. And I always say a party is a party, even if only one person came. So that can be any sort of party. This could be an online party. This could be an in-person party. This could be a coffee date party. This could be a huge party. This could be you with other network marketing companies party. It can be anything that you want. There's no rules and regulations. If you whipped out that party pad, it was probably a party. Then we've got watch a training video. That could be you watching something off of a leader's YouTube. That could be watching a training video at the myitworkstraining.com. It could be watching a video about network marketing. It could be any sort of training video that you could imagine that's going to help you to build yourself or build your business. And they don't need to be long and lengthy. Right here, also watch a training video. This would be an excellent place for your 100-day adventure from John Eric. He's amazing. Get it, get it, get it. It goes up to $100 at the end of this month. So watch those training videos through It Works You through John Eric on social media. That will really help you to build your business as well. Then connect with an upline. So, we don't know if you guys need help if you don't tell us that you need help. So I love to hear from my downline. I want them to stalk me. I want them to connect with me. I want them to message me. I want them to call me, because it tells me what they're doing. Even if I'm busy and I can't get back to them on that day or the next day because I'm slammed with appointments, at least I know they're doing something and I can shoot out a quick text message or a good job, girl, you're doing awesome. We need to know what you guys need with help. Otherwise, we don't know where you are in your journey. Hopefully you're doing your daily activity tracker and we know what you're doing because you're sharing that with us. But we really need to hear from you guys. You're not bugging or bothering us. We're here to help you build your businesses, so connect with us. Attend an event. So you went to an OTOM, a training, Millionaire school. You could check that off today. You're attending an event right now. Anything that you're bringing someone to or learning from. All of the different teams do so many different, coffee and connections, coffee and crunches, DT fun nights, Millionaire school, all the different things that are available for you guys. There's usually an event you can attend, hopefully for the day. And then we've got one of the most important things in our business, which is to wrap someone or wrap yourself. So your goal every day should be to try to wrap somebody. If you're not wrapping someone, wrap yourself, wrap your spouse, wrap your neighbor, wrap your mom. Don't wrap the dog. That could get weird. But wrap somebody, because getting wraps on people proves to people that this business works, and proof's in the pudding. So wrap somebody. Share an online party, video event, or a call with your downline. I think a lot of times we forget that the people that we've enrolled don't know how to access stuff yet. So message, your downline, hey, Sarah, we've got Millionaire School going on tomorrow morning. I would love for you to attend if you can. Or maybe you listen to a call and it reminded you of one of your distributors and you're like, hey, Maggie, I watched this video and her story reminded me so much of you. Here's a video or here's a call for you to watch. Then we've got, obviously, listen to a call up here, which I think I might have skipped. So listen to a call Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It Works Corporate does calls for us. First Monday of every month is Newbie to Ruby. Get on those calls, you guys. Not only are you going to find out what's going on with It Works Global as a corporate, but you get to hear amazing stories from people, and it's totally life-changing. If it is not a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, go backwards, listen to the old recorded calls. Or if a top leader is doing a Google Hangouts or a call, stay tuned to your team pages to see that popping up. Then we've got invite a potential to the next online event. Our team does online parties. And we do wrap parties and opportunity parties. I'm sure that your team somewhere up in your lineage does that as well. So invite people, but be thoughtful about it. So when I've got a party coming up, I will copy and paste a message to 5 or 6 or 10 people for the day, whoever I can connect with according to how much time I have. Hey, Kara, I'm doing this awesome online party. They're doing like free wrap giveaways and it's going to be a ton of fun. I wanted to see if I could add you to it and if you would attend. You can copy and paste that to 10 different people rather than just inviting select all. Because think about it, how many game requests do you guys get and how many other parties from other MLMs that you're constantly getting added to? It can get kind of annoying. So be thoughtful with your inviting. Really, truly invite people. I'd rather have you guys thoughtfully invite 10 people for the month than invite 1,000 people all at once and have nobody show up because you weren't thoughtful. And then we've got invite a potential to the next local event. So that could be an OTOM, that could be a training, that could be a wrap party that you've got scheduled, that could be DT Fun Night, that could be anything that you actually invite people to. Now, once you have done that, and you've gotten to the end of your day, then what you're going to do is you're going to add up all of the check marks that you have. And once you add them up, you're going to put that total down here in the total section. Now, down here, you need to truly ask yourself the question, am I satisfied with my total? Yes or no? Now, this is a sheet just for you guys. So if you're clicking yes and you weren't really satisfied, all you're doing is lying to yourself. This is a sheet for you to really rate yourself on your day. I have days where I click yes, and I have days where I'm like, man, I was off task today. I didn't get anything done. I got distracted with life, and I didn't do a good job today. Now, why is it important to do this section? Because in a month from now, when you're like, man, my check wasn't as good last month as it was the month before, you're going to be able to go back and look at those totals and say to yourself, did I truly do all of these income generating activities for the month, or did I get lost on Facebook and lost at the lake and lost barbecuing with friends and lost going out and lost shopping and lost watching television or playing video games or whatever it is that you do? Did I get lost in all of that and not build my business? Because this right here is going to literally tell you how your business went for the month. It's also going to tell your upline. So if we have a distributor on our downline that says, oh man, I'm just having a hard time, I'm not enrolling any customers, I'm not enrolling any distributors, the first thing I'm going to ask them is, let's take a look at your daily activity tracker. Let's see, what you have been doing and how your journey and your adventure has been going. If we look up here and they haven't been adding any Facebook friends and they haven't been connecting with people and they haven't been posting and they haven't been connecting with their customers and meeting with people and hosting parties and doing all of these things, and I'm not saying you need to do these every day, I'm just saying these are income generating activities. If there isn't check marks and this total is like 8 for the day, then I'm going to be like, well, that kind of tells you what's going on. So it's going to help you as the leader and the upline to figure out what's going on with your people and why their businesses are not growing. So that is the check mark section. Then over here, we've got a pretty straightforward calendar. I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, I like to follow my calendar on my phone and all of that. And that's great. And you know what? If that's what you want to do, I totally get it. But you can listen to anyone that is a top network marketing leader in the world, and they will literally tell you that they still do their stuff on paper. And I'm not kidding you. Because if you get someone that wants to rap on the fly, or, you know, you've got to pick your daughter up, you know, from so-and-so at 9 a.m., but you got a wrap appointment at 10, seeing that on paper is going to not only allow you to keep yourself on time and on task, it's going to see what you've got available for the day. It's also going to help you to go over and check this. So if you say, you know, wrap John at 10 a.m. and then you wrap him, well, then you can automatically come down here and do the check mark, and it's all on one page. So I'm going to encourage you guys to use this. Step outside the box, even if you're someone that likes the computer and likes keeping track on your phone. Try it this way, because this is also very duplicatable. Anybody can keep track of their schedule by writing it down. Not everyone on your downline is going to be phone or computer savvy. And so you're creating a system that's non-duplicatable by doing that. So try to keep track here. It'll also allow you to look back through your days and see how much time you were dedicating to It Works. Let's say that you have a crazy busy life and you know you've got 3 other jobs and 6 kids and you're a single mom. Pencil in those times that you've got time to post on Facebook. Pencil in that time that you have time to meet with someone for 5 minutes for coffee at lunchtime. Because you guys all started this business for a reason, and it's probably to alleviate the financial stresses in your life. Or to create new friendships. Well, if you're not penciling time it's in for that to happen, it's going to be pretty hard for you to do that. And then last but not least, down here we have what's called our 6 list. And you're going to hear a lot of network marketers talk about this. The 6 list is probably one of the most important things that you can do for yourself before you go to bed each night. So what I do is before I go to bed every night is I write down the 6 things that I have to do tomorrow to build my business or in my life. So it could be, you know, pick Isaiah up from his work. It could be, number 2 could be wrap a girl at 2 p.m. Or reconnect with a hot lead that says that she's enrolling today. Number 3 could be remember to post on Facebook 3 times today. Number 4 could be call the dentist and make an appointment to see them. Number 5 could be I'm determined to hand out 5 Blitz cards today. Whatever are the important things that if you get to the end of the day and you haven't done those, you're going to be like, oh man, poop, I did not do my job today. So write down the 6 things that are the most important to you. And then make sure that you guys are printing those out every single month. So it's important to print out 30 of those, get yourself a binder, you know, a buck or whatever, and write down the things that you're going to be doing for the next day. So each day I do this, and before I go to bed, I write down my 6 list for the next day. And then as I'm posting on Facebook and as I'm connecting with people, I'm doing check marks. And if you carry that binder around with you, you know, just put it in your purse or in the car or whatever. It'll help to keep you on track. You know, they say that it takes at least 11 days of doing something consecutively to build a habit, but it really takes 90 days to set it in stone, which how ironic that that's the loyal customer agreement. Smart, it works. So, you know, try this out for 3 months. See how you do. You know, if you have a really hot month and you've enrolled, you know, 10 or 15 loyal customers and 4 distributors, and you've filled out your steps to success, and you know, you're moving and you're grooving and you're cooking, then you're going to be able to have a fat paycheck, and you're going to look back in 4 months from then when you're stuck, and you're going to say, man, why did my business grow so much that month? And you're going to be like, wow, I was getting 30 to 40 points every single day that month. And the next month I was only getting like 8 because I kind of lost focus. And I hit a wall and I got into a funk, and I had customers stop ordering, and I had distributors bail, and then my car broke down, and then my uncle got sick, and then my cat had to go to the vet, and all the different excuses that we have, you know, which also can be reasons. You know, things happen in life. I totally get that. Trust me. when Justin and I got together, I told him, you know, I don't have baggage. I have my own luggage line. So I come with a whole series of things in our lives that are obstacles. And I can either use those as excuses or I can use those as reasons why to move forward. And looking at that daily activity tracker, it keeps me from allowing those excuses to infiltrate my life and stop me dead in my tracks. So I hope that that makes sense. I hope that you all, you know, got some good information today. Again, we've got our website for subscribing to our email list so that you can get the daily activity tracker or the leads to LC sheet. And once again, that is www.tonetightfirm.com/training. And you can find us there and message us, and we will get those documents to you. So I hope that you guys have an amazing, raptastic day. I will be doing Millionaire School again next Saturday, as usual, and I will be creating an event. I think actually it's already created, and I'll be putting a poll up in there to see what you guys want me to talk about next week. And this is recorded for future use as well. So take care, guys, and remember, the only way to fail is to